Who am I to tell this group of people what leaders should be doing? And I thought, you know what, I'm going to pull out the big guns, and I'm not going to talk to you as Nick Harrison. Instead, I'm going to channel the wisdom of Ted Lasso. So let's talk about the current state. Sorry bunch of wicked friendly alcoholics looking remorselessly into their lager. I'm going to share with you some of the state of TA stats that you guys told me is your current lived experience in the world of recruitment. So the first thing I learned was that 41% of leaders in talent acquisition still manage a workload of recruiting. That, I say, is bullshit. Needs to stop. Why, you may ask? Well, it's a good question. Let me throw some more stats at you. 40% of you tell me that your talent acquisition strategy that those particular leaders are accountable for is not aligned to the organization's strategy. And then 50% of you complain that you can't get the funding that you need in talent acquisition. Well, no shit, Sherlock. This might explain it. And if any of you are offended by my language, I'm sorry. Okay. So, what are we going to do about this? Leaders, it's very safe to stay in the shadow and make your team love you because you're one of the team and you're filling those roles. I would ask you, if we put it in a different context, would you like to know that all of air traffic control is in the cockpit flying the plane? Or would you like to think someone was going to land it safely? And I think you need to start to think about leaders this way. But leaders, you need to start to believe in the value of talent. If you don't believe it, no one else is going to believe it. So what does this look like? This is actually reshaping your role to be the ambassador for your people. It's about securing funding, influencing the business, creating amazing opportunities for your people, bringing in critical talent. 35% of you have told me that you cannot bring in talent when the business needs it. And the way you do this is by knowing the business strategy inside and out. And then you bring your team with you. You arm them with data, you arm them with stories, you help them build advocacy within the organization. You believe. It's very powerful. Tea is garbage water. So you stepped out of the shadow of filling roles. You're no longer hitting any top metrics and no one's patting you on the back because you filled that job. So what is it you're doing? You're drinking a lot of garbage water. You are going around the business and you are influencing and making friends. You are learning about that business to the same degree as every COO. You're going to understand the difference between the top salesperson and the bottom. You're going to know the metrics that matter to your board. You are going to understand how you get the funding into your area to develop your team, to bring in the tools that you need, to create an environment where success is inevitable. In that TA survey, only 5% said that they had the funding to experiment. Well, every TA function I've ever led has sat in that 5%, and I don't think I'm that lucky at choosing businesses. It's all to do with how much tea you're prepared to drink. It's uncomfortable, but it's your job as leaders to do it. This is what the business wants. Look at this. The business wants you to be successful. The business is going to be your biggest fan because they want to trust you. They need the talent. They know they can come to you and you're going to deliver it for them. And in true Ted Lasso style, I appreciate you all. Thank you.
So how would you address the argument that specific roles, so like ELT, like the senior roles, have to go to the leader to recruit and the others can go to the rest of the team?
Well, sometimes you might choose to take on that, but that's not because you don't have capability in your team. It's about strategic relationships and influencing. It's about getting closer to that particular leader and having a shared experience bringing the talent in to the business. So I advocate for that, but it isn't because there is no one else who can do it. It is because it is your opportunity to go and drink more garbage water.
Do you think there is any value that having a leader recruiting and holding a rec load could bring to the business? Like I know you're, yep, okay, cool.
And 35% of you who said that there was. No, come on, I really want to win too. No, there's not. I don't think there is. In truth, because when you are head down filling those roles, you cannot amplify your influence as a leader. So you can be really successful in your silo. That part of the business can adore you and what you contribute, but that will not change the fact that 40% of HRDs do not see the value in talent. That is a disgusting stat that makes me want to cry. As an industry, we need to step up and be better.
Is there a world where a TA lead could take a reduced requisition?
No, what are you doing? Okay. Stop it.
I'm answering the questions that people have submitted. What makes you confident if you aren't in the doing the do, that you understand the pain the team are going through?
Because that is your role. Your role is to be connected to your people and connected to the business. That is your role as a leader, and if you're hiding by recruiting, then you're doing a disservice to your team.